TNA and NXT are having a showdown. Randy and Cody up against the Vision. Is this when Randy takes his little shot at Cody there? Oh, it's perfect time. Street Profits are the #1 contenders again for the 17th time. Will it turn into anything? We got so much to go over. It's a Spandex StandUps. What's up, buddy?
What up?
How you doing?
Great, man. Great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I've been really diving into some AJ Styles research. Stay tuned for our second episode this week. It's the life and times of AJ Styles. I dug up so much fun stuff, and I can't wait to share it with everyone.
The face that runs the place.
You right.
God. I remember his his big return. Not even return. His debut in WWE was the first Royal Rumble I was watching back, being back like in the game.
He was my favorite. Like, well, I didn't realize he was my favorite part of TNA until I went back and was like, no, I watched mainly the Samoa Joe and AJ Styles match. The
Styles Clash was my favorite because I started getting into WWE around that time. But then, you know, every now and then you come across the what was their ring? The hexagon or whatever. Yeah. And I was always waiting for the guy that did that move. And it was AJ Styles. So when he made his debut in WWE, it was just amazing because, you know, for a kid that would occasionally watch TNA,
yeah,
he was the one thing that I remembered about it.
He was my favorite part, and he got me so back into wrestling when he was in Ring of Honor in New Japan. You know, like the Bullet Club days, like that was awesome. But we'll get into all that in a little bit. Got some news up top. The TNA NXT showdown is October 7th. Going to have 2 Survivor Series style matches and 2 title matches.
Okay.
I'm excited about it, man. They announced their teams last night. You know, got some good TNA, some recently future endeavored stars. Miss Jackson from NXT is now Sade on TNA, and she's on Team TNA. Kalani Jordan, who is an NXT superstar, but also the TNA Women's Champion, is leading Team TNA. So it's all kinds of fun. I'm sure so many people are going to get double-crossed and backstabbed, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm glad that they're doing this cross-collab. Hopefully it leads to more. We're into it.
It's awesome. Matt Cardona's in a WWE ring again. You got to love it.
And this isn't the War Games that they set up between Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
No, yeah, that's to come.
Which that'll be at, I imagine, San Diego. They'll probably end up doing 3 War Games matches. Main roster, men's,
I'm
women's.
hoping NXT gets their own pay-per-view like they do sometimes. And it'll be like the night before, and they'll do that NXT War Games then.
That night.
I'm hoping. Because 3 War Games match is a little tough.
Yeah, it's overkill. Unless the men's War Games match is that.
But then we're robbed of a whatever version of
main roster.
Bloodline, Vision, Cody Rhodes, whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which the main roster guys might be like, we get a year off?
Well, no, I mean, that might be why they're doing it. It might be why they've already set it up that way.
I'm sure Bronson's like, I don't want to break an ankle again, my guy.
Because
please don't make me tsunami off the top. Right?
Well, because also, if you think about it, they've got all these guys in these like very interesting storylines, you know, and if they are doing this long-form storytelling, then, you know, Survivor Series is the last time to do something big with John Cena and The Rock.
Dominic Mysterio.
You know, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, you know.
I would love a good old-fashioned just the top guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think I'd almost prefer no top guys War Games match.
Oh, really?
I think I'd prefer the
Keep
men's
them
match.
in their matches?
I'd prefer the men's War Games match to be a wild NXT, just like style, like, you know, reckless, just full on
themselves.
Yeah, for control of the brand. To me,
cool.
that is a main card.
That's cool.
like worthy match. Like if it's Shawn Michaels' team versus Triple H's team, it's for control over the brand. That to me, nothing to me is more compelling as in a men's match than that. So I think you then save your top guys on the road to WrestleMania. You don't want them to get injured. You kind of want to save them for the Rumble. So you'll probably have John Cena will probably be in a match with somebody, and then you'll probably have, maybe Cody, Roman in a match. Who knows? But, and again, we always got to remember that Samoan bloodline, that a lot of them have roots, to that San Diego area, as well as California in general.
And to NXT.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, man. No Brock for a while, so we probably won't see him till the Rumble.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, what does he really got to do now?
Yeah, what is it? It's October. Give him full quarter off, 3 months.
He needs to be at home with the fam during the holidays. Don't worry yourself, Brock. Don't be on TV. It's okay.
I could see him showing up at Survivor Series, causing a little mayhem, but otherwise, no. Save him for the Rumble.
I mean, he's got a private jet.
Yeah,
he can just pop on, come hang out.
Same for the Rumble.
Yeah, why not? Ridge Holland needs surgery on his foot. I love the time frame here. 3 to 12 months. Couldn't.
Yeah, it's a tough
box
one.
Out a little bit there.
Tough one.
We got to see how they go.
Yeah, we got to see how it goes.
We might have figured out what the other two El Grande Americanos are called. WWE filed new trademarks today for Rayo Americano and Bravo Americano.
Love it.
Grande, Bravo, and Rayo Americano.
Who do we think is under this? I mean, it looks like
it's Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
They're the ones that
the other two.
Those are going to be the other two.
Yeah. I just love they're finally acknowledging
Where are they
them.
going with this?
I don't know if they know, but we are loving it.
We are loving it. Yeah, the El Grande Americano thing was something that I think people had some hesitations around at first.
But a German guy playing it's cool. You know what I mean? As long as it's not an American.
Yeah, it's really worked out.
I think Ludwig's taken it and made it his own
because
in the best way
was
possible.
the OG El Grande Americano.
Yeah, because he slipped up and he said he had a WrestleMania match. And people were like, you did not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's hilarious. I am very intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Have a War Games match with just El Grande Americanos.
All of them. All of them against.
I would love an old school Survivor Series match. Like when King had all of his kings against all of the hearts. That was fun. There's going to be more fluidity to the NXT call-ups. They said in an interview. They're going to let them finish now that they're not on the road 300 days a week. And they didn't just call them up immediately. They got a way to go back to NXT and finish up storylines.
That's great.
They want it more integrated into your character is just now on the main roster.
Love it. Yeah. Yeah, because it used to be. Yeah, I remember when Drew McIntyre was in NXT and then he comes to WWE and it's like, who? It didn't feel like we knew who they were.
Right. They do a much better job of integrating the main roster.
Carmelo Hayes was pretty key in that.
Yeah. That was the first one where he got a big pop when he showed up. He just showed up on SmackDown TV and people were like, that's our guy. We know who that is.
Yep.
All right, man, let's get into it. Jacob Fatu returns. Looks like Drew McIntyre is his next feud.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Did not have those two on my radar feuding, and as soon as his music hit, I was like, I need this.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
Yeah, man.
But Jacob Fatu's kind of on an island by himself right now, right?
It does look like they're reestablishing one person by one person with those vignettes, his family tree.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they they worded this week's better. Like last week it sounded like him and Tonga, whichever Tonga that is.
Yeah.
We're going to do it by themselves.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. But I was like, where'd JC go? You know? So I'm glad that they had a little more clarification this week. So yeah, it looks like they're reintroducing the family tree one by one. And yeah, this is a great time for Jacob Fatu to establish himself as a singles competitor without any bloodline, family tree, anything.
Yeah, we'll see how he does.
It's going to be a banger of a match either way.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great wrestler. It's more the character that needs just some real defining.
Keep it 100.
Yeah.
They just got to let him be him a little bit more,
Exactly.
I think. Because he's a character.
Exactly. And there's a little bit too much of like, ooh, how do you fit into the bloodline, family, and storyline versus just who are you? It's kind of like what they've done with Solo. Letting him turn into this full goofy guy.
Yeah, man. Funny Solo is the best Solo. I love how they just don't have the oomph that Jacob had it, man. You know, because he's having everyone in those vignettes with "I love you, Solo," and it just doesn't hit the ear like Jacob's did. You know, the Viper shows up, has Cody's back against the Vision. That was a fun back and forth between Cody and Paul. When those two are in the ring with a microphone, it's like a history lesson, a class in promo work, and entertainment all rolled into one.
Well, you're talking about the Seth Rollins. Cody Rhodes promo.
Well, Cody and Paul had it.
Oh yeah,
on SmackDown themselves.
Yeah, that was
great. And then the Cody Seth was great on Raw too.
But anytime Cody and Paul are, I mean,
it's the best.
And you know, I love how much calling back they do to like WrestleMania 40 and
the Dangerous Alliance.
Even before then,
Dusty.
I mean, these things were 5-6 years ago, and the way that they're just calling back to it, it's really great.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic. I loved that Cody turned his attention to Braun Breaker because, like we said a few weeks ago, Braun's kind of been pushed in the shadows of the Vision a little bit. We thought he was going to be at the forefront, especially when Seth was hurt. Quotation marks, hurt. Braun was the main guy, and now he's kind of taking a back step to even, like we said, Bronson Reed. So it was nice. Cody immediately was like, "You're the future. Why are you listening to these idiots?" It should be me and you. Seth's just using you. It was. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Definitely sets the. I still think it's going to be one of the best feuds in a long time when Braun turns on Seth.
Oh yeah.
So setting the little seeds for that, and then also eventually, I can't wait to see Cody and Braun in the ring when Braun's established as that man. He might even be established through Seth and
sooner
Cody.
rather than later.
Very much so. I love he's got his the speed limit.
I see Braun getting a world title shot here pretty soon, even if he loses.
I'm thoroughly thinking he's emerging as my Royal Rumble winner.
Ooh, interesting.
The way they've been treating, I think Drew's falling back a little bit. I think
LA Knight's hot right now. Though.
He is.
He's getting big pops.
He is.
So I don't know.
Tough,
LA
man.
Knight might be
Yeah,
my
you're
pick.
right, dude. You're right.
But how far does that LA Knight title run go? Probably farther than Jey Usos.
I think so. I think people are waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. It could fall flat. No doubt. It easily could fall flat. But I think if they, I mean, obviously if they do it right,
I think it could be huge in Saudi Arabia too. I think it could be big.
Yeah. Can you imagine if those are the last two in the Royal Rumble? LA Knight, Braun Breaker. Oh. All right. The Focused Street Profits are your number one contender to the SmackDown Tag Team titles again. Do we care? And if we do, why?
I think we do care.
Okay.
The Wyatt, they've actually surprised me in their tag matches.
I love those two going in the ring.
The last match they had, I thought was pretty good. Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six. I thought that was
a great match.
I thought it was a great match. Yeah. So yeah, let's run it back. That's why we're excited, because we want to run it back. I would love to see the Street Profits break up.
That's where we're headed.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're not going to give them the titles, do it.
Both of those guys would be great on the mic. They'd have a Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens level feud that we'd care about through and through.
I'm so torn. Because I love my Street Profits. I love my Street Profits. I'm so torn between wanting them to have one final run with the belt before they do split up, because they have to split up. Every tag team has to split up at some point, especially two that have the charisma and athleticism of those guys, But I love the titles on the Wyatt Six. I thoroughly enjoy those guys just dominating. Like, I want to see them in the ring more, and I feel like we're getting that to, they're starting to put them in the ring a lot more, because they got DIY, they got Motor City, they got a lot of tag teams to get to after this. So I am interested to see where they go with this, because I'm good either way.
Yeah.
I'm good if the Street Profits get the title win, be super hyped for that. But I'm also okay if you're right, if they do pull the trigger and start this
Just break them up.
Lifelong feud.
Break them up.
Where they can put them apart and then bring them back.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want it to be a heavy machinery type situation. Right. And it's not, I don't think it's going to be. I'm looking at you, Triple H. They did defeat Mello Don't Miz, and Mello had a chance to save the match, and he's like, nah. So he sees that his tag team needs to end. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Is this maybe a Mello face turn? Springboarding off of like beating up the Miz in a match?
Yeah.
I think we could see him as I enjoyed him as a face in NXT.
Yeah, and give him the US title.
Yeah.
Perfect for it.
There we go. He's been hanging around.
You know, him and Andrade had that feud. Excuse me.
I blame Mello for Andrade leaving.
I do too, actually.
It pissed him off so much.
I think that feud somehow ended up screwing Andrade.
But
that's what they did to Andrade. Every time they put him in a feud with someone, whether it was Rey Mysterio or Carmelo, they said, just run this match as many times as you can. Like, what? What are we doing with the man?
Yeah, Santos. Javon Evans in the Sami Zayn Open Challenge.
That was big.
Crushed it.
And
then he had a great match with Briggs on the NXT pay-per-view the next night, or PLE. I'm still struggling with that.
Good for him.
And now he's on Team NXT against TNA.
He's super young too, right?
Yeah, he's from North Carolina.
Raise up.
Love it.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
I just love seeing this guy,
seeing him. He's fun.
I think him and Trick Williams could be the next generation's feud forever guys. You know? Like John Cena, Randy, Rock, Stone Cold. Like 100%. That could be Javon and Trick.
Yeah.
Mello's got a factor in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Braun. Man, what a core they got coming up here. What a young core these guys got. Don't mess this up, all right? They're going to. They're probably going to mess it up. Tiffy retained the title, but at what cost? Because that's all people have been talking about is that botched finish of that triple threat. First of all, gruesome injury for Jade. Luckily, no fractures, nothing, just stitches.
But street cred, which she badly needed.
Good point. Because her looking at the camera just pouring blood, that was dope.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what we remember.
Yeah, you're right. But, man, they said that I think she was supposed to break up that 2 count. So that's why the ref didn't count the 3 and Nia didn't kick out. I think Jade was supposed to pull her out. So, and from what I'm reading online, that old policy of the ref calling 3 no matter what, they don't abide by that nearly as much as they used to.
What do you mean?
They want the refs to follow the script more so as if they don't kick out, count to 3. You remember Vince's rule was if they don't kick out, you count to 3, and we'll deal with it afterwards. Triple H is more on follow the script. So that's why the ref didn't follow through with the 3, and you could see in her eyes, she's like, I know I'm supposed to count this, but
it's
also...
a title match.
But also, she stopped it for one more move. Tiffy did one more move, and then it was over. Like, just count the 3.
Yeah.
So I think everyone was at fault there. It was just a bad
look
mistake, and I hate that it was the main event of SmackDown on a week where they didn't really have anything substantial to get us hyped for SmackDown, and then Raw kind of was a little lackluster. So like it's really been amplified, I feel like.
Yeah.
Stephanie Vaquer next. Stephanie Vaquer, Tiffy at Perth.
Stephanie Vaquer is crushing.
I'm excited I'm excited about this match.
That's going to be a great match, yeah.
And it was the right choice.
I'm excited for Crown Jewel Perth.
I am too, man. Just 4 matches announced so far, but there's a solid 4 matches. You got champ versus champ in the men's and women's.
Cody versus Seth 4.
That's awesome. Do they give Seth the win? Finally.
Yeah. You have to, because Cody won it last year, so definitely Seth wins it this year, 100%.
Who do you put over Tiffy or Stephanie right now? I mean, I know we'll get into this next week. It'll be our go-home show, but it's just early
Great
feeling.
question. No idea.
So you got a week to think about it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. We'll get his official prediction next week.
Yeah, no idea. But
on our Crown Jewel go-home
think
show.
Seth's winning, for sure.
And then you got the women's tag match we've all hyped about. You know, I think it's going to be a fun. Multiple personality Bayley strikes again. Asked Lyra for help. Lyra stood up for herself. I was happy. I was proud of Bird Lady.
Yeah.
She was like, no, you're not doing this to me again. She ended up doing it anyway.
Yeah.
But this time it had the reverse effect. Instead of Bayley being mad at her, she was hyped. She was manic Bayley, like, yeah. That was weird, dude. But I'm enjoying. I think Bayley's doing a great job of acting. I think she's doing justice to a character that a lot of people wouldn't do justice to. And I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Yeah. No, I love what Bayley's doing. I always love what Bayley's doing. I feel like Bayley's underrated, underappreciated. You know, she won the title at WrestleMania 40. It was massive. Won the Royal Rumble to get there, but still doesn't really get her flowers. So now she's, again, like we talked about, compelling storylines that don't include the title. That's when you know you're like a...
Legit.
That's when you know you're in the main event pictures, when you and your storyline are a main event outside of having a title attached to it.
Kudos to them for giving all 4 of these women something to do without a title. Mm-hmm. It's keeping the Judgment Day away from the tag titles picture. It's keeping Lyra interesting. Mm-hmm. And good God, what a great rebranding of Bayley.
Yeah.
So check, and check. Out of a lot of things they're doing wrong right now, crushing this one. Mm-hmm. You're making me care about Lyra Valkyria. And I'm doing my best to give her respect and not call her Bird Lady. All right. Her song's even growing on me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. EO gets misted this week. She was like, I like that they're using Kyrie as the pawn. Asuka's using Kyrie as like, we can be a family. Mm-hmm. This is on you. You chose Rhea over us. Tugging at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Love it.
Long form, keeping us intrigued.
I'm very intrigued to see. Can you imagine? What if EO turns on Rhea and joins Asuka?
That'd be awesome. Be awesome.
I think this is one of those rare win-win situations.
Yep.
The packages, the video packages for Cody and Seth, man. Like, are they hyping up Cody versus Seth like the crown jewel champ versus champ, or are they really selling us on these are lifelong rivals? Because I kind of got like both from the video.
Yeah.
Because it's not really a rivalry if it's been so one-sided.
Right. Yeah. Maybe they're trying to reignite the rivalry. Because again, when that rivalry happened, Seth was already like a made man in the business, but he was going through a down spell.
He had to beg to get on that WrestleMania.
Yeah. So
he had to beg Vince McMahon for that WrestleMania, wasn't it?
So for them to be running this back now while both of them are at the top, again, that's why I think the balance is going to go back in Seth's favor, and I think they are trying to now sell this as like a
Seth's finally at that level again. He has been at different points, but Cody wasn't in the same company when Seth was at the top.
Yeah.
So I think they're doing that's a good way to put it. They're doing a good job of, Cody took advantage of when Seth was at the down part of his career and really established himself on the back of Seth. Mm-hmm. And now Seth's like, well, now I'm at the top. Yeah. And you're kind of on the way down. Like, you're a champ, but like, crowd's kind of turning on you a little bit. They chose Cena over you, bro.
Exactly.
So that's a good little twist.
That's what I like to see.
And then boom, Roman Reigns back.
He's back.
Did you hear they're going to write him off?
Back again. He's back again. He's back for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
He's back to build up War Games and disappear until the Rumble.
I'm very intrigued to how they're going to do this, because obviously they're letting us know Roman and the Usos are 3. Seth and Braun are 3. But then Seth also has Cody to deal with. And then next week, CM Punk comes back. What's he got to say in all of this? Mm-hmm. So, and then they dropped that interaction between Heyman and Brock too much for it not to be anything. So they're getting us with the Charlie from Always Sunny with the board again. Mm-hmm. And if that's how they get us entertained and into the product, I'm here for it.
So be it.
So be it. All right, man. It's SWOT analysis time. Are you familiar with SWOT analysis? I just learned what it is. It's a corporate thing, and since WWE is getting
super corporate,
and getting fried online for being super corporate, it's time to do a strength, weakness, opportunity, and something else analysis of WWE.
Got it.
So strengths. What are WWE doing right in your eyes right now?
Ooh, what are they doing right now?
I think we just mentioned the secondary women's feud on Raw, top notch. Crazy Bayley, Lyra, Judgment Day ladies, and then also keeping Judgment Day ladies intertwined and Judgment Day falling apart. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, what's WWE doing right? They continue to build new stars. That's what I'll say. They're doing a great job building new stars and not relying on old timers. Yeah.
I do like that. You know, CM Punk's really the only old head doing things right now. You know, and
Cena.
Brock Lesnar.
Cena.
Well, Cena's at least bowing. He's like, I'm out. All right, I'm out. I'm out. And that picture went pretty hard for his announcing his last match. Him on the ropes, like barely touched it. I did the Rock. You know, got me. All right, what's not working right now? Where are their weaknesses at?
Ooh, ticket prices.
Did you see the price for Cena's last match?
Ticket prices and the international. You might be losing some U.S. interest by taking your big events out of town, committing certain events to certain cities, and then pulling out and backing out. It's not a good look. Gone super corporate, and it just feels like you're in the business now of doing things a little shady, and we don't like that.
I'm going to say I want some more title changes. That's a weakness. Is you do a good job of highlighting certain titles, but certain ones are just tough. Like I love what you did with Charlotte and Alexa, but like, who's their next feud? Like they're kind of dilly-dallying with Chelsea Green, but like, so yeah, more spotlight on the titles. More if they're boosting, if they're talking about Raw's, if Raw's ratings dip, put a title match at the main event. Like those secondary titles should be dropped whenever.
There's nothing better than like a good U.S. title match to headline,
change hands
to main event a SmackDown or
just
something.
That was my biggest problem with Vince McMahon era is you knew good and well the champs were walking out of Raw and SmackDown as the champs every time. All right, opportunities. What opportunities do they have to really get us? I think if they get us a really good Royal Rumble winner, that's a big opportunity right there.
Yeah, big Royal Rumble winner, and I think you gotta put a bow on John Cena's retirement tour. Just this, have a match with AJ Styles because he's great, and then your final match is going to be this person. No, like you started a story, you got to finish it.
Wholeheartedly agree. That opportunity is teeter-tottering on bad and good.
It's dwindling now.
I remember what T is. It's a threat. What are the threats to WWE landscape right now? I think it's alienating the fans.
Ooh. Biggest threat right now, I think, is them getting ahead of themselves and then painting themselves into corners.
Fair. When's Minneapolis getting a WrestleMania?
You've got these Saudi shows, I feel like, come with certain promises that in the world of pro wrestling, someone gets injured. You can't keep that promise.
I mean, you saw the backlash with the comedy festival. Those comics taking quite the hit.
So I think the biggest threat is them getting ahead of themselves, and planning two things too far out, and then
not
almost
delivering.
The same way that like they used to be able to like really tell great stories because there was enough time and pacing. Well, now it could backfire.
No,
if you try and tell one specific story for too long and then you commit to something that the fans ultimately reject, or someone gets injured or something like that.
Or someone just gives up. Because we saw that. They tried to plant that long-term storytelling, and then out of nowhere, Rock and Travis Scott were like, nah.
Bummer.
Wow.
Bummer.
Well, that's our weekly roundup this week. Next week, we will have our Crown Jewel Go Home show, so we'll go over the card for Crown Jewel and talk about all that good stuff.
We're going to go home.
Yeah, man. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.